That's it. So this is what Jason would, in my book, would call structural. Now I got water in there. Now I can't stop this. It already destroyed what it had to destroy, meaning your floor. Now you're in Florida, high humidity, mold.
It's RV inspection day, and today we are in Ocala, Florida, about to inspect this beautiful Keystone Fuzion 427. Now stick around. We don't know what we're going to find, and neither do our customers. Keep your fingers crossed because they're moving in this full time. We'll see you at lunch and the end of the day. So come on in, let's see my first glimpse and my stow and go. So as you can see, coming right in, well, basically I can sit and I can watch TV. So if you pack your lunch in the truck, you can come in here and sit on your couch, but you have no access to your refrigerator, to your bathroom, to your bedroom. Now, as far as my first glimpse, what I just sat on was a lot of dirt. And it is dirty, as you can see, just coming in. So yes, it's pre-owned. So we're gonna see what we find. Make sure to stick around because I haven't been able to get in here and investigate.
All right, first glimpse. Beautiful toy hauler. Who doesn't like those? Me? I don't have the need and I don't care for that, but that's me. But other than that, we still got to go through this and see what it's going to bring up. So my first glimpse in general looks nice until we open the door inside and it says, okay, I can see that whoever had this didn't really clean, or maybe they didn't care because, well, they were getting rid of it. Why are they getting rid of it? This is my first thing that catches my attention, is the lack of alignment. So you can already see this rear slide out is out of whack a little bit. But that's because I have to state it. So it is out of whack, so they need to adjust it. Sometimes when you adjust something, as you've seen in other videos, it screws up something else. So is there an intent? Is there something going on? I've said this before. People have an agenda. The salesperson has an agenda. So do we. Meaning, when you want to have yourself an inspection, make sure that you have a Blue Ox endorsed inspection team. So that way, we're on the same agenda, meaning saving your assets. Assets. Let's go check what Lowell has inside. All right, so the story on this is Lowell kind of figured that those are probably motocross people. That's always my fear. Last night we were taking a bike ride, I don't know, 8:30 o'clock. 8:30 o'clock, that's good. That's a Frenchman right there. So
He's smiling.
So I asked her, I said, how do you feel about this unit? Oh, well, you know, and that's the difference between my wife and I. My wife says, no, I got a good feeling about this. And I said, okay. For me, I'm always the
Negative Nelly.
Negative Nelly, to use her term. I'm looking to see what's the problem. And as I'm talking to you, I'm looking at the floor too. So, sorry, I'm back. Squirrel, focus. So we're on our bike ride. We're talking. And this is my wife's nice way of saying, no, it should be good. It's a new unit, you know, probably, hopefully, the person who used to have this, they didn't move it, they left it in one place, they bought it, they didn't like it, they probably abandoned, and probably the husband's dead. And I said, yeah, you're right, I wish the husband's dead, because then I would be sure that it's in good shape, because she needs to sell it. She doesn't like that. I said, listen, it's true. If you want a nice inspection, especially on a toy hauler, it has to not been used too much. I'm sorry, this is the rational side of me about wishing that this would be a great unit. So the important part of what we do is to save people's ass. Meaning, like this people that are gonna come in here, they're gonna live in here. And they got about 3 days to make a decision and move in. And he's on the boat somewhere in the middle of the ocean, and he's not gonna have service for a while. His wife's gonna be the one that will make decision if and it's only structural. So here's our start. We're mid-morning, so we end up with this slide, bring it out, sounds perfect, bring it in, I can hear the struggling. So I told Laurel, let's restart this again, but then when we come back out again, we hear that noise on the front end. All right, so which brings the attention to, here's where we're at. We're in front of this kitchen. This is a kitchen slide out, you know, it looks beautiful, it's freaking awesome. Fridge, stove, TV, everything. So this is beautiful. So now I end up with, oh, surprise. All right, so no big deal. That's the ski that actually is ripping off. So whatever it caught on, this is the whole ski. All right, well, what's the problem ski? So the problem ski is kind of simple. I always try to teach you this. Look at these trims. So water could have been going in there. And remember, it's over a year old. So you say, all right, how do we go with this? So I'm gonna take my tester. Now I'm gonna go underneath here. And as you know, I'm gonna just look what could bring us reading, if so. Holy geez, well, I already end up with 30 here. See here, it's normal. Here I end up with 30, 27. Okay, the problem that I have here is this tester cannot go beyond here. So this is the end of this plastic that goes all the way up here. So now I gotta find a way to get readings here, which might corroborate with what I have here. So I've got missing sealant. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this one. This one is a little bit more precise because I've got a probe here and I want you to look at that reading. So I'm gonna go to the floor where I was at before. I said, okay, this is normal, you know, 6, 10, whatever it's gonna be. And then I end up where I want to aim precisely is towards the front here. So here's where I might have, okay, 9, 10. Okay, now I'm getting closer to the front end and on this edge. And now I'm talking, I'll have probably, I'll hit 40 or something. And by the way, this is not framed. And it's too bad that you can't feel my finger, but this floor is, I don't know if you can see this. So this is actually soft, gone. Hope you see this, but that's it. This is what Jason would, in my book, would call structural. Now I got water in there. Now I can't stop this. It already destroyed what it had to destroy, meaning your floor. Now you're in Florida, high humidity, mold. I don't know where we're at. So we might have to make a call to see if it's worthy of continuing, or these people need to move fast. So that was the big deal. They want this, they want it now, they want to be ready. The purpose of hiring an inspection team was to see the worthiness of buying this and what does it entail. If this can't be ready in 2 days, Pierre, I'm done. I think we're gonna have to make a call. Are you there? Hello? Yeah, you. All right, welcome to the toy hauler industry. Oh, do I love those. Like we stated earlier, this is a family that would move in here. How many kids, hon? 4 kids, 2 dogs, and 1 partridge. So another thing. So here's an idea of just the consistency of construction. And it's sad because you just need a couple of screws. So can you see this being bowed like this? You can see that it's, the whole thing is bowed. So your sealer, wiper sealer is not touching nothing, not sealing nothing. So what could that bring for problem? I don't know. Now let's go on top of this roof. So I have a slide out here. So I got my roof here. So I'm looking at my slide out. And I'm looking at the structure of the slide out. I don't know. You think water would puddle down there? Is that good enough for you? Bah, manufacturer's gonna say, well, what do you expect with such a long span? Well, put some structure in there. I don't know. You tell me. What do you think? We're not supposed to judge a book by the cover, but I want you to see the slant in the middle of this slide out. Hope you can see that. See how tight that is, and then you come back here. and then there's a distance right there, and then it's tight again. That's with this big slide out. Then this one, it's the same thing. This is what we have for alignment on this big slide out, on this kitchen slide out, that we have this water issue in the back, and this is the other end, meaning nothing. So this one's tight, this one's loose. You tell me where you feel with your thoughts. And now my honey was just in the garage. Hey, it's to everybody's deal and stuff, but take this.
All right, so come on through. Let's go check this out. First of all, when you walk into something and you're looking to purchase it, wouldn't it be nice if it was a little bit cleaner? I don't say they need to stage it, but at least clean it. And if I'm getting rid of it, am I trading it in, or was it repoed? So I just leave it like this. I don't know. So yes, we figure, you know, it's a toy hauler. They've used it for their toys, and you know, there's screws everywhere. There's all kinds of things, and it is absolutely filthy. The AC is not working in here because it is warm, but let's just check out this bathroom. So coming on in here, I mean, I would think you'd even clean your toilet seat, but no. You've got urine splatter all over the toilet seats. This tells me that somebody wanted out fast. They only owned this for about a year. I don't know. I feel bad for our potential customers because they were looking forward to moving in with 4 kids, 2 dogs, and they need to move fast. This is something you need to think about when you find your right RV and you know you need to move. You've got to remember that even after your inspection team has gone in, they've done the inspection, they need time to get the report back to you, and you send the findings to the service department, and then the service department needs to repair these things. You don't want to just say, I got to be there in 2 days. You can't. You've got to give it time. Guys, you need to think about this. This family, it's urgent for them to get into something immediately. So now we're going to make the dreaded call, and hopefully they see the value in what we've done for them today, because I think we've just saved them thousands of dollars. So we made the dreaded call. Excuse my voice, but I'm telling you, since being in here, my voice is struggling. So something is tickling it. I don't know. What could it possibly be? But anyways, unfortunately, no, it's a no-go. She made the decision. Her husband's out on a boat until this afternoon, and she had to make the decision, and she said, I cannot put my family at risk. I can't put them into something that has issues like this. This is going to be our home. And when they were here negotiating and taking a look at this unit to begin with, all of a sudden the salesperson went down 20 grand. $20,000. Not $5,000, $20,000. And she said to the salesperson, all right, can you tell me why you're going down $20,000? Because she said, I already had a gut feeling. The red flag was there. Why would they drop this $20,000? And he said, we need to make some sales. So there you go. We need to make some sales. I need some money. But she said to us, do you think that he knew about this issue with the slide? Do you think he knew that there was moisture in that floor? And no, there's no way. We know for a fact in our heart that they did not know this. But at the same time, this is why you hire an RV inspection team. You need someone who has your back, who's going to thoroughly look at all these things that are major, major catastrophes waiting to happen down the road. So hopefully we've taught you something today, that you always hire yourself a good RV inspection team. So I'm going to leave you on this. If you could choose between the love of your life and traveling the world, which country would you choose to go to first? So remember, and do never forget.
It's not all about the destination, it's all about the journey.